13 Ghosts is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. When this movie first came out on DVD and my parents bought it, I watched this movie an insane amount of times. This movie, hands down, is one of the main reasons I love horror as much as I do. This movie really influenced how I approach the whole horror genre, and it honestly was just, in general, one of my all-time favorite movies, not even just horror, but of all times. So let's get to the plot. A man and his family are on rough times after their house burnt down and his wife was murdered in a house fire. Well, one day, a shady lawyer shows up and offers the family this crazy house that their estranged uncle had left them after his death. But unbeknownst to them, that estranged uncle was a collector, and exotic collections he did collect, like the undead, angry spirits to be exact. So the lawyer tells them that, hey, this house is yours for free, and if you want, you can follow me and I'll actually show you the house. So they go on a car ride, and when they get there, they find out that the house is made of nothing but glass with these strange writing on it. When the family gets to the house, they also meet Shaggy, who we seen earlier helping the uncle catch ghosts. So inside the house, the family is astounded to see all the rare artifacts that the uncle had collected. Shortly after, Shaggy goes into the basement and realizes, hey, all these ghosts that I caught are in this basement in these cubes. I gotta tell the dad, and we gotta get these people out of this building. And it turns out the house isn't really a house, but more of a mechanism to release all 12 ghosts, where they can eventually give their energy to the center of the house mechanism. So the rest of the movie is just the family trying to find each other in this ever-changing glass house where these 12 ghosts that you can only see with glasses on are trying to kill you. We get to the very end and we find out the uncle's ghost is actually in this house, and that he brought his nephew there so he could sacrifice himself and become the 13th ghost, hence the name of the movie, 13 Ghosts. So my review of 13 Ghosts. I absolutely love the costume designs in this movie. That was something that definitely drew me in. How every ghost just seems so different and unique. I love that. And in some parts of this movie, there's just a decent amount of blood. And I really, really like that. Next, also Shaggy was in this movie. And I think Matthew Lillard is a great actor. I loved him in Scooby-Doo live action. And I loved him in Scream. So when I seen he was in this movie, boom, instantly loved that. Plus, when you were done with this movie, the movie offered in the special features like 5+ minutes per ghost for each 12 ghosts, like their backstory lore on how they became who they were. And I mean, some of those backstories were pretty messed up. So I'd rate 13 Ghosts a 9 out of 10. I mean, in my opinion, this movie isn't perfect, but it's almost perfect. It is, in my opinion, it's in my top 10 horror list, and rewatching it massively held up. In my opinion, this is a must-watch for all horror lovers, and this has to be in your collection. And I plan on getting this in 4K real soon.